everyone, and welcome back to my studio. I hope you're ready for some fun. We're going to do a very simple project today. We're going to be working with paint skins to make some magnets and maybe some jewelry. So let's go down to the table and I'll explain about paint skins and how you create them and how they're used, and we'll have a little fun. So the first thing we're going to talk about is some of the things that you need to do this type of project. So these are some glass Cabachons that I bought, and I've got them in different shapes, and it's just a nice piece of glass. I've got big circles, little circles, squares, rectangles, ovals, and hearts. But I also sometimes get jewelry sets like this one, and it has all different types of animals in all different shapes. Some have little holes, some have big holes. And these are fun because, and it has also glass Cabachons in all different sizes. See, like there's a circle one and an oval one. And so you would use the exact same pretty much process for doing the jewelry as you would for doing the magnets. The only difference is that you would glue the Cabachon into the jewelry piece instead of just putting a magnet on the back. So like for that one, I have all these different size glass Cabachons. And I don't know if we're going to do any jewelry today, but just showing that so you can see that it's not just for this. Now the other things you need to do this project is I like to use a diamond glaze. So this is Judy Kinn's diamond glaze. This is great for gluing your Cabachon down to your skins. You might want to have some isopropyl alcohol handy because if you squirt too much glue and it comes out the sides, you may want to take a paper towel with a little bit of alcohol on it to wipe that excess glue away. And also, if you get it on the top of the Cabachon, you'll use that alcohol to clean it. Now, we're going to start with this skin over here. So when you have a paint skin, you can see I've already poked some holes in this one. So this is caused when you're doing some pour painting and you're painting on a silicone mat like I do, if I have remembered to clean it first a bit. That paint that falls off the canvas onto the mat will dry, and you can be peeled then off to make what's called a paint skin. And then you can do all sorts of fun projects. I have made some tumblers, and I'll try and put a picture up for you guys, where you can half wrap or fully wrap a tumbler in different paint skins to give you, a sort of cool look. You can, put paint skins onto wine glass bottoms. You can put them in all different places. I like to use them to make jewelry and magnets. So the simple process, and I'm going to prep a paper towel real quick. I always make sure I have a paper towel that has a little alcohol on it handy. So I'm going to wet that down just so I have that on the side in case I mess something up. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your Cabachon, whichever one you want to play with, and I always look, because sometimes when you have these, if there was anything in the paint or on your mat, you'll see these little bumps. You don't want those. So you want to find a nice, smooth, clean section that has a pretty design. So once you find your nice section that's nice and smooth with no funkiness or goobers, you can sit here and play around with that Cabachon until you find a spot that's going to put a really cool design and has really cool colors on it. And that's where I want to put that Cabachon. And then you're going to take your diamond glaze and you're going to put just a nice little spot on the bottom. Now you want to sort of touch the glass as you're doing it, because you're trying not to put any bubbles in. And you're going to then take this and you're going to press it down in the spot that you picked. And you want to press it really hard so you squish out any bubbles, and hold it for a second to let it sort of stick. And then you can take that paper towel that has that little bit of alcohol and just go around those outer edges to get off any excess that has squeezed out. And that's all. So let's see if I can get that. I'll lift that up so you can see it a little better. So there's my design underneath that cabochon. Now this stuff dries fairly quickly. Once you get them all glued down, you wait about, half an hour, and then you'll be ready to go to the next step. So I'm going to glue a batch of these down. I'm going to pick spots. I've got a whole array of, let me pull you up a little so you can see. I've got some paint skins over there laid out. I've got some over here laid out. And we're just going to sit here and swap around the paint skins as I go and pick spots I like on different paint skins. And we're going to put some cabochons down, and when I'm done, we'll wait. I'll pause you and we'll wait till they're dry, and then we'll go to the next steps. So have fun watching. I'm going to put on some music for you, and I'm going to play. Okay, I think we're going to let these all dry, and then we'll be back once they're dry, and we will cut them all out, and then we'll put the magnets on, and we will be good to go. Be back in a little bit. Okay, these have all dried now, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get out our scissors, and we're going to cut each one out. You want to get as nice and close to that glass as you can. And cut it out. If you need to do some extra trimming on it, go ahead. I'm going to give this one a little extra trim over here off camera a bit. So you want to trim that all out so it's all nice. Make sure you got it well done. If you have any fuzziness or glue that got on the top there, all you need to do is get your paper towel with some of that alcohol, and you can then take it and give it a good scrubbing and pull that excess glue that's on the top there right off. So we're going to cut all these out real quick, and then we'll be ready to put the magnets on. And you want to make sure when you're cutting them out that you're cutting as little of the paint skin as you can get away with to get to the section where you are, because you want to be able to use the rest of the paint skin when you're done. So cut it out, give it a good washing to make sure you've got all the glue off the top, and put it to the side until we get them all done. All right, I'm going to cut all these out and then I'll be back. Okay, all of these have now been cut out. They've been cleaned up. This one here is actually left over from when I was doing these with my grandson, and we missed that one when we were going over the skins and pulling them all and cutting them all out, and I found that I had a skin here with a cabochon already glued to it. So I'm just finishing that one up. Then the next thing is I have these magnets, and the magnets come already pre-cut to the correct shape, and they've got adhesive on the back. And so you just find the shape that you need for the magnet you're going to work on. It has the adhesive on the back. You want to make sure that you're very careful lining up your magnet, because once that, adhesive is down, it's down. And then you're going to just put on that magnet and give it a good press. Actually put them down and press them really good, because you want to make sure that magnet is well adhered to the back. Now, if you're worried that adhesive isn't enough, you can always, if you really want, put a thin bead of like UV resin around the outside edge here, and put that under your UV light, and that will seal it in a little more if you're worried. I've found that these are pretty good resin here. I mean, pretty good glue here. So it depends on the product you're using and your, sense of security with what you're working with. So I'm just going to finish putting all these magnets on. Okay, I'm going to clean up here a bit, and then I'll give you some final results. Okay, we have the final results now. One thing to mention about that diamond glaze is it works like a varnish. It is going to bring all the colors back up. It's going to bring the sparkle and the shine into that, from that skin. And I'll show you these a little better. I'm trying not to get too much glare at the moment, because these are glass, but I'm going to pull some of them up, and let me get the other light over here. Hold on. Ooh, that's my finger, sorry. Okay, so I get some more light here. You can see, let's see if I can get it to focus here. Let it focus where I want it to focus. Focus there, thank you. But you can see all the gold paint that's in this is just sparkling away underneath there. So some of these are just so super pretty and shiny. I'll bring them all over so you can see them in the brighter light. So it's the hearts and the big cabochons. Like I said, so you can see all those colors just coming to life under that glass. Love this one. Looks like a piece of tiger eye. This one's one of the ones that's really sparkly. All that gold paint is just shining underneath there. So each one is a unique little painting. Something a little different and special. They're great for craft fairs, great as gifts to give. My grandson made a whole stack of them, which I'll show you a picture of. And he was so proud to take that pile of little magnets home with him after spending the day playing in the studio, picking the skins he liked and placing his magnets. Placed all his cabochons and went home with a nice pile of pretty magnets. This is one of his that, like I said, we forgot. Left there sitting uncut out in this paint skin pile. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a little more about playing with paint skins. If you did enjoy this, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload videos. Now this is part of Friday with Friends, so please follow all the links in the description box. Before me, you should have seen Bill with Bill Roberson Art, and after me is Billy with BCC Arts Studios. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, everyone.